Clash 3. The championship title is on the line.
It's prestige. It's climbing to the top of the mountain.
Would love to be able to beat Meader1.
This is the single most important game I've played.
It's been a nemesis of mine for a while.
This one's a big deal.
I think it's time for me to beat Meader1.
Personally, I believe that I'm going to walk away today with the victory.
I'd love to be the hockey champion.
I've been a champion before.
Meader, you're the stepping stone I need so I can be that champion.
So I wouldn't come to play if I didn't think I had a chance at taking the whole thing.
Why do I think I'll win?
Why do I think I'm going to walk away with the victory today?
Because it's my destiny to finally beat you in a game that matters.
Adaptability. I think I do a very good job of adapting.
Best of luck. Clash 3.
Travis, mad respect for you.
Go Leafs, go.
But I am going to hold nothing back. I'm here to win.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clash right here on Twitch, Evolve Sports Live. We are getting ready to go. Format change quickly, just to get it out of the way very quickly. Our original football game between Shane's Gaming and Monkeywork has been changed. You're not going to see the Seahawks and the Ravens this evening due to some technical difficulties, but that's what we do here at Evolve Sports Live. We don't cancel the show. We keep it going. It is now going to be a hockey contender matchup. It's going to be the Dallas Stars, controlled by Monkeywork, or I should say Monkeywork and the Dallas Stars, taking on Shane's Gaming and the Boston Bruins. But not only that game tonight, we have another massive game tonight. Still in the hockey division, the hockey championship is on the line. It will be Darth Travis74 taking on TheMeader1. The winner tonight, as you saw in that promo, walks away with the hockey championship. Speaking of Meader, I'm going to bring him in now. Meader joining me in the booth. Meader, how are you doing tonight, sir?
I am doing fantastic here today, Langell. Really excited for some back-to-back Boston action represented on both sections of the card here tonight. Super, super excited to see the boys in gold and black out there on the ice.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a black and gold night on in both games here tonight. But we'll get into this a little bit further. But first, we're going to talk about the Dallas-Boston game. This is unexpected. We didn't know this game was happening until roughly 5 minutes ago. So, I mean, we're looking at this now. We've got Monkeywork, we've got Shane, and neither of these two have played against each other, and they're being thrown into this at the last second. Do you think that could possibly, play any sort of mind games in this game?
Oh, what that's going to do, Langell, is that is going to give us the purest, most raw form of hockey between these two absolutely exceptional players. And I think that this is going to be a real test of who's the downright better hockey player here tonight.
I definitely agree. As you see the graphics on the screen, again, it is showing Seattle, Baltimore, just because our graphics department didn't have enough time to whip that up in 5 minutes time. But trust me, we wanted you to have something to see on the screen there. I agree exactly with what you're saying, Meader. Now, with no time to prep and no time to prepare, this is now going to be, like you said, raw talent against raw talent, and someone's going to come out on top tonight. So without any further ado, let's get into that matchup. I'm going to tell them they are good to go, and we are going to hit the ice with this one, Meader. And personally, I can't wait for this. This is going to be amazing.
Would not agree more.
All right.
While we have a second, I'm going to drop a subscription here for Evolve Sports Live because I don't need commercials when I'm trying to get in and watch my favorite sports channel.
Meader definitely pulling out all the promotional stops tonight. Thank you for that, sir. I'm going to bring it over to the broadcast as soon as we are ready to go. I think we are, so let's make that jump over to the transition. We are live. Meter just subbed for 2 months. Thank you so much for your support, sir. And as we can see, we are getting ready to go live. It is the Bruins and it is the Stars. And we look at those Dallas jerseys they're wearing tonight. Those are definitely some throwback ones.
They really are, and it's gonna make a very stark contrast here. A lot of white on the ice with the bottoms there, but at least they have opposing bottoms as well.
Exactly. All right, so here we go. We've got Monkeywork with control of the puck coming into the zone, makes the pass, comes in, picked off by Shane. Now, you've played Shane. You played Shane in Clash 1, so you know what this is like. So speaking as an opponent, what does Monkey have to look out for in this game?
He has to look out for really, really strong passing, especially through the neutral zone. His ability to get through the neutral zone. He doesn't let a team like myself, who likes to smother, really get that smother going. He doesn't give them time to set up. Oh my God!
And just like that, we're still talking about what people need to look out for, and unfortunately it's too late because Monkey's already on the board with a 1-0 goal.
Bad pass trying to get it out of the zone, and he was pinched on the sideboards there, and wide open pass to two guys, one in the middle and one on the far side. It's the man in the middle right in front of Rask and just over his right shoulder. Nothing he could do. Absolutely swarmed by the Stars and nobody on defense to help him out. He rings the bell and puts up early points.
Exactly. Look at this now. Monkeywork, is not anyone to sleep on. He's played in our TPCHL Hockey League when that was active. He knows what he's doing and takes the 1-0 lead early on here. Shane back into the zone, shot on goal. I think between these two, Meter, you're going to see a lot of freezing of the puck, not a lot of passing it out and risking it. These two are both veterans and realize that's one of the best ways to get scored upon. So I would expect we're seeing a lot of the goalie freezing the puck this evening.
I think if anything, that was close. If anything, we'll see some passing out on Monkeywork side more than on Shane's side. Just in my experience playing with the two, but it's always different when you're actually in Clash, in an Evolve game, and trying those things out.
I agree. Shane come in there with the huge shot, just puts it wide, or it goes off the pad and goes wide, and now Monkey scrambling to come back. It's interesting. We're seeing Monkey with Dallas. When he debuted on Clash, this was not the team that he had chosen. But it is the team he used when he was in the TPCHL. So maybe he's got some players there he likes. Maybe old habits die hard. Either way, Monkey back with the Stars again tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the beauties of Evolve Sports is that you can, any given night, you can change up who you're playing with. I know we saw that switch from Shane where he started using Boston himself. So definitely one of the really exciting points. Nobody's tied to a team in and of itself.
No, exactly. If you're playing a team that has a really high offense and but that switch to a team that has a strong goalie or strong defense, just try to balance that. Whereas if you're playing in a league action game, that doesn't happen. You're married to that team for that whole season. So that's the beauty of Evolve, is the fact that you can pivot on the fly to try to give yourself the best advantage possible.
Absolutely. And we've definitely seen it already happen here in Evolve Sports. And we'll see how that plays out here tonight for Monkey.
Exactly. We've got Monkey now taking over in the offensive zone, passing it back to the point, fires it on shot, though that was close, and now controlled by Shane. It's so weird, honestly, Meter, seeing Boston being played without you at the name under each player. I'm so used to seeing your name under Boston, so see him without San Jose is kind of strange for me.
I couldn't agree more. But it's always exciting to see Boston out on the ice. So, I love it. It's hard to be impartial when your team is out there playing.
I totally understand. Totally get it. And there we go. Monkey freezing the puck. We're going to have a face-off. Thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in here to Clash this evening. This is the first of two hockey matchups tonight, and the second one is going to be for the Hockey Division Championship. And you'd almost have to think that the winner of this game would be right in line to possibly face the champion here very soon on Clash.
Yeah, it's really interesting having that ladder bracket there, and having a hockey game suddenly pop up here kind of drives that division forward, or at very least drives these two guys positions forward or backward, depending on the outcome of the game here.
Exactly. But, taking a game at short notice, has to be considered as well. Pickoff by Monkey, couldn't take advantage of it, but great eye and awareness to take a hold of that puck. But I was just going to say there. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. No, I was going to say, taking a game on short notice like this definitely, shows that everybody wants a shot at that title. Any chance that they can get to get their name up the ladder, they're going to take an opportunity to do it.
That's a very good point. We talked about what makes Shane dangerous, and I mentioned his passing, but I forgot to mention, and as I watch him play, I'm very heavily reminded. It's kind of flashbacks here of when I played him myself. His stick control is unreal. His ability to hold on to the puck through traffic or to pick off passes, things like that. His ability to keep that puck on his stick like it's attached with a string is absolutely impeccable. So my hat's off to him on that regard. Meanwhile, Monkey on the other side, very good defensively in stopping a lot of these passes. So I think he's kind of the kryptonite to a lot of the things that Shane's really good at. Monkey's able to overcome with his defensive skills.
Yeah, you raise a very good point. I mean, I played all three of you guys, and everything you're saying is on point for what's happening. But yeah, I think you're right. I think Monkey's defensive skill is kind of giving Shane some problems right now. We're looking at, well, actually, no, you look at shots, 11-4. I totally sound like an idiot when I say that. But what I mean is he's tying them up. He's getting the shots, but they're not high quality shots. Like, he's getting shots on goal for the sake of shots on goal. But I mean, it's everywhere Shane is, Monkey seems to have somebody there to block him, or at least tie him up.
Yeah, I mean, the stats definitely in favor of Boston here. Right down the entire line, hits are even. Otherwise, it's right down the line. It's well in favor of Boston. You got to think that's going to result in the big board, the scoreboard, the only board that matters at the end of the game, looking that way as well at some point. But right now, I think it really speaks to Monkey's other special skill that has not been mentioned yet, and that's his ability to put the puck in the back of the net. And it's not a skill that everybody has. It's a very, very tough thing to do. And Monkey is an absolute sniper when it comes to that. So you give him even half a decent shot and it's going in the net. And I think you guys are going to see that, some more of that here tonight.
Well, yeah, you're looking at it. He's winning 1-0, and in that first period only had 4 shots on goal. So, I mean, a 25% shooting average, that's definitely going to win you some games in any league, never mind, in ladder competition.
It will. And a lot of those shots that you see from Monkey are either trying to pick an exact corner and snipe something, which he's very good at, or they're setup shots. It's a low shot trying to bounce wide, knowing he has a guy on the other side, and trying to hit him on that rebound. So
there we go.
Cross creaser
hits it. He's up 2-0 now, and I think that it's safe to say, as we watch the replay on this goal, that Monkey is very technical. He will wait for his opportunity to do something. It's not just a case of shoot the puck and see what happens. He has a plan in mind as he's coming down the ice as to what he wants to try this time.
Yeah, every shot is surgical in that it has a point. There's no reason for him to shoot unless he has a plan in mind. It's not just a shot on goal. And right now, it looks like Shane is taking a lot of shots on goal. There was one time I counted 4 shots in the course of 5-6 seconds. It was just a lot of rapid fire shots, which that will net goals at the end of the day. But will it net as many as being surgical? One way to find out.
Yeah, stay tuned and find out how this game continues. But what an exciting time we have here in Evolve Sports. This is our 3rd episode of Clash. We're crowning our 1st divisional champion tonight. A lot of things happening on and around Evolve Sports Live. So if you like what you're seeing, make sure that you follow the channel, because we have a lot of stuff coming up. We're on Clash every 2 weeks here. And, we've got an injury.
Dude, crushed into the boards. It was completely legal, but clipped him just a little bit into that plexi, and it flexed, but unfortunately his arm didn't on that one.
And now possibly Shane down a player now. Look at the face-off, 7-2. This one won by Dallas, so sorry, by Monkeys. So it's 7-3. But it just seems like here's a question, Meader. You've been playing this game for a very long time. You were talking earlier about Shane's ability to protect the puck and keep it on his stick. Do you think that if you're playing with skill stick, you have an advantage in that situation?
Oh, definitely. I mean, any top tier player is going to be playing with skill stick. I can't imagine playing, with basic controls or somehow playing with 94 controls and being able to have any of the control that you have when you're playing with skill stick. It allows you to control where you're holding your stick to the left and to the right. And my favorite, when you're on defense, being able to poke check and slide your stick around like he's doing right there and kind of force a player to either pass the puck or hold it off to a side, or a lot of times on breakaways you can steer them towards the goalie one way so the goalie has an easier block. Skill stick is definitely the way to go if you are looking to get into this game or to grow your skills in this game. No question.
And it seems as though Shane's ability to control the puck like that, he has definitely spent time working with that skill stick and working on how to protect that puck.
Absolutely. And it's very natural in the way that they do it. You hold the stick to the right and he holds the puck to the right and left, depending on, his position compared to you with the controller. So they do a really good job with the control of that, but it does take practice to get used to, specifically in relation to other people on the ice and where your opponent is and what they're doing with their stick.
I completely agree. And the other thing that I'll add on top of that is, from having years of play in this game, you can get good at protecting the puck and moving the puck around, but nothing beats playing an actual person. So I highly recommend, whether you're in Evolve or you're not, or you're just, being competitive, iron sharpens iron. So it's easier to figure out how to get around CPU players, and it's good to practice on. But if you really want to take it to the next level, play it in games against human owners or human competitors where you can't predict what they're going to do, and they are going to try to take the puck away from you a lot more than the CPU does.
I could not agree more. And the more different people you play, the more that it changes from not being able to predict to you are able to predict some of the things that some of the people are going to do. And because it's very different from what a computer will do. So there is no way to grow as easily as playing against another human being.
I could not agree more. Shane in with a backhand stop. Monkey's goalie holds on to it. Bishop holds on.
Ooh, a little pushing in front of the net.
A little shoving around there. We're coming up to the end of the second period. Monkey currently with a 2-0 lead here on Clash.
Good ripper from the point. And there's that pass out. One of the first ones we've seen today, though. You were definitely right, Langell, that both these guys are on their game as far as not having silly giveaways.
I've seen too many games decided by literal silly giveaways, and I think these two want a shot at that title, and they want to, take every opportunity to protect that puck as possible.
Bishop gloved that one. That was a rip from about 4 feet away. Holy cow.
Yeah, that was a huge blast, and not a lot of time to prepare or get ready for that one. Tie up, won by Monkey. No penalties yet in this game, which is surprising.
Yeah, both these guys on their best behavior, as it were. Not a lot of errant. Oh,
that was close.
Big stop by Rask.
Shane,
get out of the second here.
So Dallas, controlled by Monkeywork. Monkey with a 2-0 lead after 2. This is just, and this is the undercard. We have another game coming up after this, and if your guys' championship game is anything like this, the people who are watching tonight are in for a treat of great hockey here on Clash. But Monkeywork up 2-0 on Shane after 2. We'll take a look at the shots. Actually, the shots are way more even now.
They
16-14.
Everything seems to have balanced out quite a bit here. It looks like Dallas was warmed up quite a bit in the first, so the second they've started to take a little bit more control.
Yeah, it seems as though the nerves may have got them in the first period, especially on Monkey's side. But you know, as he settled down, had the 1-0 lead, had the goal in his back pocket, as they say, settled down and got things under control, and has managed to shut out Shane for 2 periods now. So this is make or break time for both of these teams as we're going into the third period.
Big period right here, and let's see if it changes the way that Shane plays at all, knowing that he has to score twice here just to tie it.
Yeah, that the pressure is definitely on Shane's gaming right now. Shane's record coming into this was 0 wins, 0 losses, an overtime loss. So you know, he's definitely. He's a former TPCHL champion. He knows how to come back from things, but the pressure's definitely on him at this point.
His passes have been cut just about every step of the way. It's really interesting to see that. This is not some of the play here isn't what I've come to know from Shane. I don't know if he hasn't had much practice with Boston specifically, or if there's a tripping penalty.
That's definitely not going to help Shane at this point, although it is legal to attack on the penalty kill here in Evolve Sports Live. So, I mean, he can take the risk. He can try to still attack in this game. And to be honest with you, Meader, he kind of has to, because there's not a lot of time left in this game.
That's true. It's 2 minutes is a long time to not be able to put any points on the board when you only have 20 going into it.
Exactly. Shane playing it safe so far and dumping it out. Monkey picks it up. He's coming back through center ice. See when we get one of those.
There hasn't been a lot of fighting in the neutral zone, I've noticed. A lot of it has been each side taking it over in the offensive or defensive zone, getting it across the blue line. There hasn't been a lot of offsides, penalties, or fighting in the neutral zone. Really interesting game.
Yeah, very interesting. Shane picking it off there, dumps it back in again. Maybe, I don't know if I was trying to get a pass up and just missed it, or it was just to clear it out to kill more time. In either way, Monkeywork is back down deep in the offensive zone, trying to get something set up here. Go ahead.
We are talking about there not being much time left, but at the same time, this happened right at the beginning of the period. Maybe Shane's thinking, let's just clear the puck and get it out of the zone, and not completely exhaust ourselves in the first minute and a half of the 2 minutes of the game. Yeah. Knowing that he has another 18 minutes to go once the penalty's over, as it is now.
That is true. That is true. And the other thing is when you're penalty killing, it's real time. Whoa, right in front of the net there. So that gave them some opportunity and was able to hold off Monkey when it was 2 full minutes of power play time. So good on him defensively. Oh, going for another cross crease there.
Monkey's swarming on defense has been exceptional. Shane has been absolutely suffocated across the board once he's breaking into the offensive zone.
Oh, most definitely. Great defensive play by Monkey in this game. That almost got picked off. That was a dangerous play by Shane.
Great play right there, too. Great passing in the offensive zone. Monkey looks very calm, very controlled, very much in control in this game, and I think it's showing on the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, most definitely. We're now in the final 7 minutes of this game. Monkey, if he wants to, could put it in complete defensive shutdown and just keep clearing the puck. I don't know if that's what his game plan is going to be or not, but now the pressure is 100% on the other side of the ice. Oh, look at that! Shane with a goal.
Oh, my goodness. What a little snipe from the top of the circle into the back of the net.
Into the back of the net there, and now we have a game meter. We talked about how Monkey could probably shut it down and just kind of, bleed the clock out. That's not the case anymore. Shane is one shot away potentially from tying this game.
Shane's had a lot of those slappers and continues to go glove side. Maybe he knows something about Bishop that he scouted, but this time it works. The other times he's been flash and leather, but couldn't get to it. And that makes it a 1-point game. One shot now separates these two teams.
And yeah, I mean, when you're down by 2, 7 minutes is not a lot of time. When you're down by 1 and it's 5 minutes, you've got time to work with.
Good point. Ooh, bad bounce there. Tried to keep it in, but just not quite able to do so.
So 4:39 to go. Face off just outside Dallas's blue line. Won by Monkey. Monkey coming through the zone now. Has to be looking for another goal at this point. Wants that insurance goal to make sure that this game doesn't have any weird chances or changes in the final 3 minutes. And there's Monkey's great work of wrestling the puck away. It almost seems as though Monkey has a player in position for every pass. There's a tripping call by Shane. Monkey keep on hold of the puck to stop the clock from just letting it drain. And now Shane picks it up with 55.5 seconds left. But regardless of the penalty, the final minute is in real time. So Shane has a full 55 seconds to work on here.
This is going to be the most nerve-wracking 55 seconds for him, especially down a man, but it's not going to change. This is an all-out attack. You have to put one in the back of the net in the next 50 seconds.
He definitely does. And I know you have a motto of ride or die. You never pull the goalie. Oh, Shane right now, that was super close. Shane right now has to be wondering, or I think you'd have to be wondering about, oh my God!
Oh, what? What? He put it in his own net. Oh my God. I'll tell you something, Langell. Anytime the goalie stands up and picks up the puck when you are a player, it is so sketchy to skate around with it, and there's nothing you can do. You don't control when your goalie does that,
right?
And you immediately are given control of your goalie,
right? And he just put the puck in his own net on the power play with less than a minute to go, and now Shane has new life. He's still down a man, but this game is tied with 36 seconds to go. Wow. Unbelievable.
The things that must be being said over on the Stars bench right now.
Yeah, I wish we kind of had their party that we could pipe it in when we need to, because, wow, that is crazy. 19 seconds to go. Oh, right through the crease. And now,
goodness,
here comes Shane. One last shot here. Fires it in. It goes wide into the corner. Picked up by Monkey. Monkey was 6 seconds. Oh! Snipes it with 2.8 seconds to go. And on the power play, Dallas.
Oh, my God.
Monkey takes the lead. Potentially, I would say the win, but, this game isn't over till it's over. But with 3 seconds, less than 3 seconds to go, I feel pretty safe in saying that's probably the game. But what a clutch performance by Monkeywork at this point.
And screened by his own guy who bumps into Rask. Rask can't slide over, and there's no interference against your own guy. So, wow. What a finish on the cross crease.
What a cross crease to finish this one. We have a face-off here to wrap up what garbage time is left. And Shane with a penalty with 0.5 seconds to go. Going to pad those penalty killing stats.
Won't look good come contract negotiation time for Krejci, but
no. But as far as Shane goes in Evolve Sports Live, he's got an extra penalty kill on his resume now. And now they're looking to fight. And ladies and gentlemen, make the final. Monkeywork over Shane's Gaming by a score of 3-2. What a third period we just saw, Meter.
Absolutely exceptional. Man, the weird tie on the accidental putting in his own net and then makes up for it with no time left on the clock. That was exciting to the last drop.
Most definitely. And those are the kind of games that you're going to get here on Clash, whether it be hockey or football. But don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Meter's going to leave the booth here shortly. I'm going to be joined by Monkeywork. We're going to switch roles around a little bit here. And Meter is about to challenge for the Evolve Sports Live Hockey Championship. So best of luck to you, Meter, in your game. Best of luck to you and Travis both, but best of luck in this upcoming matchup, and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Langell, and I will see you guys all out on the ice.
All right, sounds good. Good luck, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up the preview screen here. We are getting ready. It is almost time. An event that we've been waiting for since Clash started. We're about to crown our first ever champion. It will be TheMeader1, who was just in the broadcast booth with me, taking on someone I have known since I was 5 years old, Darth Travis74. If you remember, Darth Travis74 was the highest ranking player in the TPCHL spring tournament. That is how Travis is in this position. Meter defeated Shane's Gaming on Clash 1 to earn his spot. It was a contenders game, and that's how we got to this point now, where we have TheMeader1 taking on Darth Travis. I cannot wait for this game. This is going to be super exciting. It's the championship, our first ever championship, and it is going to be an absolutely classic matchup here.
Were you not entertained, Langell? Were you not entertained?
Well, I'm now joined in the booth by the sniper himself. How's it going, Monkeywork?
I am doing great, sir. Yourself?
I am doing absolutely fantastic. What a game. You know, you were up 2-0 after 2. Everything seemed to be going according to plan, even though we did say that it's a little strange because you guys are both thrown into that game on 5 minutes notice. So there wasn't any real prep. There wasn't any real ability to make adjustments or do some scouting. So hats off to both of you for an absolutely thrilling game. And then up 2-0, Shane scores to make it 2-1. And then the goalie bobble, which...
Yeah, hey, all the credit to Shane. He was playing amazing. That first period of that game was all him. He dominated that first period. You could see the rust coming on me for that one, had not played in a little bit. He came out of the gun just firing. He great sport. We were chatting the whole time throughout the game. Once I was up 2-0, and coming into the third period, it looked like everything had evened up a little bit. And I said to him, like, all it takes is one goal. And he smoked that amazing bomb right from the top of the circle.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that feels like there's a little bit of momentum swing. And as far as Bishop goes, brain cramp, it didn't look like he actually put it in the net on my screen, but apparently he did. That was crazy. But yeah, I was glad I was able to close that out. But hopefully it gave everybody a little bit of something to talk about come on to the end of that game, made it a little bit more exciting, a way to finish that one off.
Yeah, most definitely. It was super exciting. And right down to the final 2 seconds, which was absolutely crazy. So hats off to you.
Seconds.
Yeah, that has to move you up the ladder now for a possible shot at
You got the invite, right?
the championship title. Oh, we've got Darth Travis's
Oh, okay.
audio is included. Just give me 1 second here.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, folks, I'm sure Langell already briefed you guys all on this, but this is a huge game between two juggernauts of our little community
Yeah, I'm
here
watching
in the hockey world.
or not watching
Mater
Guild on my
is
phone, but
a player who I've
it'll
played against a
pop up,
lot.
but,
I have not played against
I am
Travis a
watching it
whole ton, but I have seen his games.
on Evolve Sports. So yeah, I just
Mater,
see
you
there. Tell
cannot
us when.
deny how well he adapts to whatever opponent he's playing, and he has the ability to control a puck as if it is black hole sucked to his stick. Travis is just offensively gifted.
I don't ever use
so
that
this is going to be
stuff.
really interesting to see whether it's a
I don't ever
game
use that
where
stuff.
puck
All right,
control
how do I turn the
wins
audio
or if just pure offense and amazing shooting can win that you'll see that coming out of Travis. I'm really interested to see how this goes. Both teams are just top notch. So if the previous win that I got is leading away to where I eventually get to challenge one of these two gentlemen, I'm going to be studying this game very closely because both of them are very, very good, and I will need that study.
Yeah, that both of them are highly skilled. Travis has been playing this game since 1994 when it came out. Like I said, I've played Travis multiple times in multiple leagues. We used to get together and have tournaments with our friends. So, well, we've been playing this forever. So to see him now compete for a championship, I'm super happy for him. And of course, Meader is the former TPCHL Season 2 champion. So
who did he beat to get that? So guess which side I'm cheering for, besides the fact that it's a Boston versus Toronto game.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So wait, hold on. I think
real winners here are going to be everybody who gets to watch, because like I said, these are two fantastic teams. You're a very good game with lots of intensity, I think, on both sides.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, we've got Meader, who we've mentioned before is a former TPCHL champion, also has been champion in our developmental league for football. Knows what it's like to win a championship. This is Travis's first opportunity in hockey, but he's our former TPC Sports Live NASCAR champion. So we've got champions in multiple sports colliding tonight.
And I briefly saw it just as I was walking into the arena for that first little bit of the back and forth video content you had at the beginning of the stream, which if anybody missed it, definitely check out the VOD of this broadcast after it's over. Both competitors had some choice words for each other, and it was a very nice little video montage at the beginning where they talked about what their expectations were for this game. And I'm interested to see if the confidence that was oozed in those videos comes out on the ice, and or if maybe it may also be a case of them being a little bit cautious at the beginning, knowing that this is a high stakes game. There may be some caution at the beginning, so we'll see which way it goes.
What we can do for those of you who may have missed it, let's run it now. We're gonna run that promo one more time. So just give me one moment here. Let's throw it up here.
Clash 3. The championship title is on the line.
It's prestige. It's climbing to the top of the mountain.
Would love to be able to beat Meader1.
This is the single most important game I've played.
It's been a nemesis of mine for a while.
This one's a big deal.
I think it's time for me to beat Meader1.
Personally, I believe that I'm going to walk away today with the victory.
I'd love to be the hockey champion.
I've been a champion before.
Meader, you're the stepping stone I need so I can be that champion.
So I wouldn't come to play if I didn't think I had a chance at taking the whole thing.
Why do I think I'll win?
Why do I think I'm going to walk away with the victory today?
Because it's my destiny to finally beat you in a game that matters.
Adaptability. I think I do a very good job of adapting.
Best of luck. Clash 3.
Travis, mad respect for you.
Go Leafs, go.
But I am going to hold nothing back. I'm here to win.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you heard it, both from TheMeader1 and Darth Travis. Both of them for fighting for the championship right now. It is coming up. We're just getting them to go. We're telling them it's go time. And as soon as we get the opportunity, we will bring this game to you live.
I don't know how anybody could have watched that and not been hyped. In fact, if you watch that, I already see Slangel is in chat with the hype. Everybody else has got to get in there with the hype. That was amazing. Well done. We were talking about it behind the scenes. That needs to be a new regular thing. That is great. And as we're waiting for the teams here to kick off, again, we've got Boston versus Toronto. Even if we didn't have the players, a legendary rivalry, but then we bring in such fantastic players controlling these two great teams, and I'm sitting on the edge of my seat here as they're just getting ready to kick it off.
Yeah, we're getting ready to go here. As soon as I see that we can go, it is go time. You are here on Clash. The hockey championship is on the line. Batgirl here just in time. Welcome, Batgirl. The title is on the line, and here we go.
Welcome, folks. Scotiabank Arena.
This is
Clash.
This is Clash for the Hockey Division Championship. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see how this goes, and it is starting right about now. Face-off won by Darth Travis, and now here comes Travis in across the blue line, trying to get things set up, circles around.
Going for that tip. Just missed it.
Picked off by Meader. Meader bringing it back out of the zone. If you're Travis, you have to try to contain Meader. Meader is so good at puck possession. We talked about it earlier in your game against Shane, that Shane is really good at keeping that puck on a string, and you were able to have him covered where he wasn't able to really get things set up. I believe that is also going to be Darth Travis's strategy here, or should be, because things like that can happen right there. Meader offside.
Yeah, I mean, when I play Meader, the biggest problem I have is getting the puck off him once he has it. If I can keep him to the far outsides, or if I can hold on to the puck, the games feel a little bit more even. But keeping that puck is very difficult. He's very, very good at stripping the puck off of a player, and then once he gets it, it's very hard to do the same back to him.
Agreed.
Big offensive opportunity right there.
Darth Travis passing the puck out, which we talked about in the earlier game, is a recipe for disaster. You don't want to pass that puck out because you never know what can happen.
I've spoken to several players who have played against Meader, and a lot of them agree, yes, passing the puck out is a dangerous item, but many say they will do it against Meader because they cannot win the face-offs against him, and they would rather take the opportunity to hold on to the puck and try to get it out rather than to lose the face-off and give him the offensive zone. And I'm wondering if that'll be a strategy that we see Travis do as well.
That does make sense. I'm getting a note here. I need to turn your volume up. So if you don't mind just kind of doing the commentary for a second. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I'll keep rambling, and Meader takes a big shot, save. We're going to have another offensive zone face-off here for the Boston Bruins, and they set up. It is interesting to see, now that I mentioned that, the face-off numbers. Travis does win that face-off, though, so he's doing better than I and many others have against Meader on that. Circles here in the defensive zone and breaks it out for his offensive chance. Have you managed to get me balanced?
I think we should be good now. People in the chat will let me know. Just keep an ear for that. Let me know how it goes. But Meader into the offensive zone, immediately stopped by Travis. Travis passes it across in his own net, across his own crease. That's dangerous. I would not be making plays like that. But again, that's why I'm in the booth, and that's why I set up the games. I don't play them anymore. And then, maybe I was wrong the whole time, but why take extra chances is the way I look at it. Meader dumps it in, picked up immediately by Travis, who dumps it back around the boards and bringing it back out. Absolutely nothing going from that shot from Meader, but now he has possession again and back into the zone.
I mean, you see Travis is doing a great job. As soon as Meader gets into the zone, he collapses down in front of the net. If there's one area of Meader's game that isn't as strong, if there's one area that he's not as competent at, maybe as some of the other competitors in the league, is his 1v1 shooting. I think he would be the first to tell you that as a one player onto the goalie shot, not his best form. So if you can collapse him out and keep him out to the outsides and avoid giving up a big one-timer, you can sometimes slow down his offense significantly.
That is a very good point. When Meader first started playing hockey, he kind of went to the Brian Langell School of Hockey, where I wasn't a huge goal scorer either. So I had to learn defense because I wasn't prolific at scoring. And Meader's the same way. Meader can win games 1-0, 2-1, and pull off a lot of victories that way because, as you said, his goal scoring may not be incredibly, how do I say this politely? I'm not trying to be rude. His defense is way stronger than his offense, but he's made that play style work for him. So
Exactly.
Go ahead.
He's our version of like the late '90s, early 2000s New Jersey Devils. The puck goes dead when he wants it to go dead.
Exactly.
So if he can get that lead, he can kill the puck right down and slow a game down to a point where it's very difficult for you to get.
You're nailing it on all cylinders here right now. Now we got Meader trying to set up in the zone. Oh, picked off by Travis. Coming in, fires, saved by Meader, who lets it back out again. I think these two are going to play a game of, take your chances because the title's on the line. If you get the chance to score, do it. If you think you can keep the puck in play, do that as well.
I mean, you could see as Travis was coming down the wing there, he wanted to go across the ice. You could see Meader also had to stick. He even did a little poke there just to make sure that pass wouldn't get across, forcing him to make the shot on. So they both know what each other's bringing here. There's no surprises, I don't think.
Yeah,
this is going to be more of who can get a little bit of momentum, and it may come down to as well little things like changing lines. Oh. Big chance there for take a lead, but goaltender for Travis just stepped it right up.
Yeah, it's Anderson in goal for the Maple Leafs, as opposed to Campbell. EA must really like those
stat numbers, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? Now, we talked about it in your game about skill stick versus hybrid controls. Now, this game is interesting.
All day, every day.
Oh, that is a very popular opinion. Now, Darth Travis uses hybrid controls. So how will that work as far as...
I'd have to have been, because I could hear on some of his shots it's sounding...
Tap, 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 tap.
Yes.
Yeah.
He may have been playing on hybrid as well, but
yeah.
I'll let him confirm or deny that. But
yeah.
It does change play style quite a bit.
It does. It definitely does. But I mean, if you can excel in that control set, and you can win games with it, then power to them. Everyone has to have their niche and have their preferred way to play.
If you think about it, a player who isn't using the skill stick, if they're using hybrid, to play effectively defensively, they have to rely completely on positioning alone. They don't get to stick the stick in like.
Indeed, right? That's kind of my argument as well. But I know that we have people here who do play with using hybrid, and they've made it work for them. So obviously they, like you said, they found out that maybe they can't, steal the puck away, but if they can clog up the lanes. But total shots on goal, Toronto has 0 shots on goal to Boston's 11 in the first period. You know what?
They lifted up one end of the rink and just tilted it up, and everything went down towards Freddie Anderson here in this game, with just a massive shot count and everything else.
You know what? In calling this game, I totally did not catch the fact that Darth Travis did not have a shot on goal. I totally did not see that.
I didn't really feel about the lack of shots either.
Yeah, that's really strange. All right, here we are in the second period. Meader immediately buzzing around the net. Here comes Darth Travis. Trying to keep there's a penalty against Boston. In the chat, Batgirl just said Meader can also win 10-0. Yes, that is possible, but it's one of those things where we're trying to reduce the use of the cross crease one-timer, and nobody, people are good at it. Meader, it's like a laser precision. So when you take that away, that's what we're talking about in general. Cleared by Meader now, picked off by Darth Travis. Here comes Travis into the zone and immediately pasted into the boards. That, I believe, counts as a shot on goal now on the power play.
That goose egg has been broken.
That goose egg has been broken. But you know what?
Meader
Go ahead.
Mader's taking a good use of flipping the puck in, and he's not going super aggressive on it, but he's definitely biding his time and looking to see if there is an opportunity to come in. You'll see him get to the blue line, and if he has a chance here, he's not going to make it or something, but he will definitely jump in here on the offense. He's an opening,
and that is legal. That is legal.
Exactly.
We in league play, we kind of discourage it to try to keep more NHL style play, but here in Evolve, where it's competition, we've waived that rule, and that is legal. Now I'm just watching the defensive pressure by Meader. Travis had that one shot on goal in the power play, and since then it's been all Boston again. But in Travis's defense, like he was the highest ranked player in the tournament that joined Evolve Sports Live. So he definitely can win, has won. He beat me in that tournament. So I hold nothing, I totally expect.
There's nothing like that. I mean, you look at those stats at the end of the period, and like you said, neither one of us really felt like it. Like the feel of the game didn't feel like it was all one-sided.
No.
And while there may be more shots for Mader right now, the quality of those shots I don't think has been incredibly high. And big chance right here. Oh, 1v1, big save. But the quality of the shots may not have been to the same level.
But the score was still the same, right?
Exactly. So. And I mean, we called it before when Mader wants to be, his stick is a black hole that avoids coming off of it. So I'm not really surprised by some of that. I'm just waiting to see if some of the finish can hear with Travis getting a few more looks now at the net. I think he's trying to feel out his pattern of how he's going to move through.
Yeah.
A little bit of timing going. We might see a difference.
I agree 100%. Shot on goal there. Goes up and off Rask. Travis with the pass out, but Meader picks it off. And we just saw an example of that there. Meader was able to use the skill stick to move in and around, and Travis completely missed the poke check at that point.
It is a valuable skill to learn, but if it's like you were saying earlier, where you've got somebody like Travis who's been playing the game for a long while, if they've been playing this game with the same control set, it's really difficult to say, okay, this game that you've played for a couple of decades now, please change how you play it. A basic control, like how your brain interfaces with the controller, it can be difficult. So, that's where just the skill and the knowledge of the game has to compensate for not being able to use some of the different controls.
Totally agree. It'd be like me trying to do commentary in French. I could do it, possibly, but it's not going to be nearly. It's not what I'm used to. It's not what I do. Oh, shot on goal, and
that
so
was a quick shot.
You stick with what you came with, right? Stick with what brought you to the dance, and that is exactly what Travis is doing. And he's definitely in this game. There is no doubt that right now, this is still a 0-0 game. The title's on the line. Nobody scored yet, and we're almost through the second period.
Yeah, I mean, it's right now. This is a game where one shot can change it for anybody.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unlike the first period where there was, only one team getting the shots. Travis is. Speaking of it, I think a bit of a broken play there. And he manages to get that 5-hole on the goalie.
And Meader takes the 1-0 lead. Let's take a look at the replay here. I don't know if it was 5-hole or went over the top of the pad. Let's take a look. Comes in. Yeah, it just popped to the right. And now Boston with a 1-0 lead. What a unrelenting amount of pressure Meader has put on in this game, and it finally pays off here late in the second period. It now has a 1-0 lead.
The other part of this game that people don't really talk about when you see pressure like that, it's been a constant hum of offensive pressure from one side, is that besides the fact that you can't get any sort of a rhythm yourself, is your players begin to get fatigued.
Yes.
And you can't get the line changes you want. And even when you can get a line change, when you get a face-off, you're not getting the line out that you want. Meanwhile, Mader's able to continue to cycle his players.
Yeah, now, do you use...
Terrible red.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, do you use manual line changes, or do you let the computer kind of do its magic when it comes to line changes? Because there are some people who are hardcore that they control their line changes as well to try to get the best lines out there, as possible.
For me, it's generally I will change lines if I'm in a situation like this where I know my players are starting to get fatigued because I've been playing it a long while.
Right.
I'll start taking control of it, or if I feel like I've got sustained pressure in the offensive zone, I might cycle out my players manually just to keep fresh folks out.
Right.
But most of the time, probably like a good 80% of the game, I'm running it via CPU-controlled line changes.
Yep. I get it.
We'll take control when I need to.
Oh!
That should have been a penalty shot.
That is a penalty shot. Now, we should mention here in Evolve Sports Live, we turn off the user control goalie. So this will be... Travis is going to be controlling his player, but Meader's goalie is computer controlled. So let's see whether or not Travis has worked on...
It is Tuukka Rask.
It is Tuukka Rask. Oh! Off the post.
He had him fighting for a second.
Yeah, he had it. Travis had it and just put it a little bit wide and hit the post.
That could have been your Evolve Sports Live turning point right there, folks.
It definitely...
He might be kicking himself for not burying that chance later on in the game.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Boston still with the 1-0 lead. Gets away with the penalty shot there. And now here
We're
comes...
just under a minute left here in the second period.
Mm-hmm.
If we get a late period push from either side to either extend this lead or hopefully tie it up and give us something... a little bit more hockey to watch. I'd love to see this go to overtime.
Well, as we've seen, anything can happen. Your game earlier with like 2 seconds left. Oh, well,
That was almost another own goal.
That was almost another own goal. So now Meader has a 1-0 lead after 2. We'll bring up the game stats here as soon as they come up on the screen. I thought the first period was competitive, but
second period way better.
Yeah, way better.
The way much more. Look at me speak real good. Way more back and forth between the two teams on this one, and I think the stats will hopefully show this as they bring it up. Still a large swing, but when you calculate it in the first period that Boston had on those stat counts, we've definitely pulled it in a little bit closer.
Yeah, most definitely. So Meader had 11 shots in the first period, 11 shots in the second period, so that's 22 overall. Travis now only with 5 shots. A lot of it is tilting towards the Boston end of the ice, towards the Meader side of the screen, but it's a 1-0 game going into the third, and anything can happen. So let's hear it in chat here. Let's hear it for both competitors, and let's hear who you think is going to walk away with this as we're about to start the third period.
Yeah, we're getting ready for puck drop, and got us going. Travis gets control of the puck early, and you got to think that he's going to be putting out all the stops here.
Yeah.
Big winding slap shot, wasn't able to get it to go home.
Yeah. Oh! Rask is down.
And we get a snow angel taking place as Rask tries to hatch the puck to keep it from going into the net.
Anything possible at this point to keep that puck out of the net. You got a lead. Do anything you can to protect it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is the only job in the world that whenever you goof up, a giant red light turns on behind you, and the crowd generally boos.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Exactly.
You do whatever you can to make sure that doesn't go in.
Indeed. Shot there, controlled by Meader. Meader right in front of the net, picked up by Travis. Here comes Travis again, gets sexually smoked in the neutral zone. And now we've got...
One thing I noticed earlier when we were looking at the game stats at the end of the period there was the passing percentage difference. Meader... Oh, okay. I thought that went in for a second. It's just a power play.
Yeah.
But Mader's passing percentage was up over 80%. And that might be an area where the lack of having the skill stick might actually come into play, where you're not able to break up the passes quite as easily.
Right.
And he's able to pull off more than he might normally be able to. So, again, it's going to come down to position. That was a great face-off win, though, by Travis.
It definitely...
We'll see if he can kill off this penalty.
Definitely was. Now, it's going to be interesting. Is he going to attack on the penalty kill? He is. He's going to try to do what he can here to try to tie this game.
All the stops. It's for the championship, folks.
Exactly. Exactly. I just saw there in the chat that Shane's Gaming has subscribed for another month's subscription. Thank you so much, Shane. Greatly appreciate it, sir. So now we have a face.
Well done, Shane. Thanks for the game earlier, sir. It was a lot of fun. I hope you're enjoying this one as well. And we'll see if we get a dramatic finish to this one as well as it goes through.
We'll see what happens here. Meter into the zone, getting set up, picked off by Travis. So this time dumps it back out again. Makes Meter chase it all the way down. What was that?
What was that?
I'm not sure
Meter
what
apparently
that
has his player trip and stumble over the red line.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to break up that. It wasn't even an icing play, though. That's the thing.
No, it wasn't.
All right.
I don't know what caused that, but we're back to even strength here, and we'll see if we can get a little bit more offense coming down into the Boston end of the ice. Brian, with Clash and everything that's being done at Evolve Sports, the amount of work that you do behind the scenes is amazing. Can you tell some of the folks some of the work that you've done in terms of like where they can find us on the web and everything?
Yeah, we have a website, EvolveSports.live. We're on Twitter as well at TheEvolveSports. You're watching us here on Twitch. It is twitch.tv/EvolveSportsLive. What we're doing here is we're building a community where it's all about competition. When you go up, lose, you go down. People don't like being tied into like 4-month-long seasons, whether it be football, hockey, or whatever. So what we've done here, Monkey, is we've created a community where you can come in and compete. And if you need to take a break or it's not quite for you, it's all right. But those who are competing and still compete will move up the ladder and have a chance to challenge for championships. So that is what we're doing here at Evolve Sports Live. And you can, like I said, find us on Twitter at TheEvolveSports or our website, EvolveSports.live. And from that website, you'll be able to, Travis picked that off. You'll be able to join our Gilded server as well. I'm going to have that live here in the next couple of days where you can join our community and be a part of the community. And then if you choose that you want to compete, you can do that as well.
That sounds awesome. And if there's a variety of sports games that are available. We've only got a few of them going just yet, but there will be more that comes in. And if there's a game that you've been thinking, man, I'd really like to try to play that in a competitive sense, but I don't want to spend a bunch of time in a league. I just want to maybe jump in every once in a while. This is a perfect way of doing it because the ladder system just allows for, as your own schedule allows, not necessarily by the league schedule. So
exactly,
you come in, play a couple of games, see if you even like that game. Maybe you get in, you're like, oh, that was amazing, or nah, not quite for me. It's not a big deal. There's no pressure for commitment, and it's really great. And this allows us to do events like this where we could have a mixture of sports or a mixture of teams playing and not have to worry about some sort of a predetermined schedule. Travis is a big fan of the Leafs, and he gets to play as the Leafs.
Yes.
Like many of us are.
Yes.
And we don't have to all worry about Langell taking Leafs on the cough.
Yeah.
As the puck gets flipped out of the zone. We've got another offensive face-off here for Boston.
Meter now with less than 10 minutes to go in the third period, leading 1-0. What a game we have seen so far from both teams. And it's, we're talking about Meter's ability defensively. Let's talk about the fact that Travis has held him to 1 goal so far.
Yeah. I mean, for all the shots being peppered down, and let me tell you, as a person who is, like I said, a Leafs fan and played this game as the Leafs,
yes,
I can't keep the puck out of the net whenever I'm playing as the Leafs.
It's true.
And the fact that he's just like, only allowed the one, and even the one that he did allow wasn't, it kind of, like I said, came off a broken play. It's testament to how well, regardless of the shot count, the positioning and the ability to control play both players have. And
agreed.
The big shot.
Agreed. I mean, in the event that Meter walks away with the title tonight, this will not be Travis's last opportunity at that championship. I see multiple title opportunities for him down the road. Like he's been playing this game like I have since like 1994. So he's definitely got the experience, and this will not, even if he doesn't come up on the winning side of this tonight, this won't be the last we see of Travis.
Oh no, this is the stroking of a further rivalry, I believe, between these two competitors. No matter which one wins tonight, the other one's not going to be satisfied and will be wanting more later.
I totally agree. I totally agree. And as the matchmaker, that's something that I'll have some requests coming across my desk, I'm sure. Travis there with the pass and loses it. Oh,
the pass went a little bit off on him, and Boston with a big chance.
Yeah, huge opportunity. Great save. 2 minutes 39 seconds, I believe it said.
Yeah, I mean, for all the opportunities that Boston has had, only been able to get by one. Like I said, this is basically a one-shot game right now. If Travis can get one through, everything changes, and Boston, controlling Boston, will be kind of kicking themselves for not being able to bury as many of these as they've had.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just keep peppering Rask, get as many shots on net as you can, and see if you can get one through.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, great save. Travis tries to dump it out, get the pressure out. 1 minute left in the third period.
We see a goalie pulled. Rarely in these games do you see goalies pulled. I wonder if it'd be something Travis will do if he's just going to continue on with big shot there.
He's definitely got to get out of his own end before that's even a consideration at this point. But yeah.
And I mean,
face off.
What
are we seeing here?
We've got somebody's going to be pausing it here to probably call a team timeout, get their best lines out.
Yeah.
And
that timeout was taken.
Mader having the face off here in the offensive zone. I'd look for him to win it and then just try to suck the time right out of this game.
Yeah. That was a pause by Meader taking the timeout because Travis still has his left remaining on the screen there.
Yep.
So Meader going for rested players, best line. Try to win this face-off. And it's won by Toronto, won by Travis, but immediately skates right into Boston's players and loses the puck. Travis passes it out.
And so this is the downfall you get where trying to get that puck away from him and managing to get any sort of a rhythm is very difficult.
It is super difficult. And, the pressure of not only the game but the championship, nerves have to be jumping in here.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing a random game online against whomever, you do not have the thought in the back of your head that two goofballs are calling the game live and a bunch of people. Oh, so much chance right there. But yeah, a normal game, you're not worried about people like you and me calling the game.
Oh! Unbelievable!
And then we see magic.
Exactly. Wow. Darth Travis with the goal. With
Jake Buzzin
with
slap shot from the top of the circle, pops that water bottle so high it almost hits the scoreboard. Rask doesn't know what to do. He just falls on his face, and we're going to overtime.
You know what we need? I don't know if you watch the UFC or not, but they have a camera on the desk in front of Joe Rogan, John Anik, and Daniel Cormier.
Oh, yes.
Big things happen.
I'm sure both of us, my arms went up.
Yeah, I need that for Evolve Sports Live because that was crazy.
You see, that's a promo video right there. Just our reactions to goals like that.
Exactly. We are going to overtime, ladies and gentlemen, with the championship title on the line. Do not go anywhere.
Angela with the comment in chat. I think they heard that in Nova Scotia from here. and I'm not terribly far from Mader's home state either, so maybe he heard it all the way from Ontario.
Wow,
what a howitzer of a shot! And we have a tied game.
We have a tie game.
You got to think what's going through Mader's mind right now. He feels like he's played an amazing game. I'm sure. I'm sure he's been happy with how this game has gone the entire way. He's looking at the same numbers we are.
Yes.
But none of it matters.
None of it matters. Now, here's what's going to be interesting. We're going into overtime, and it's 3-on-3 overtime. And it
changes everything.
Yeah, it changes absolutely. There's a lot of open ice. There's a lot of chance to get set up here. And I think if you don't score early, it's going to make for some really tense moments. So let's let them drop the puck and see what we have here.
We've got lots of ice, lots of room to pass. Let's see how this game ends. Here, someone's that face-off, trying to pick their spots to get in.
Meter picks it up. With all this open ice, though, things like that can happen. It doesn't take much.
Oh,
look at this.
Gotta collapse down further in that front of that net, I think.
Oh, if he could have caught that pass. Meter just making Travis skate in circles right now. Shot on goal, save. Travis passes it out. Makes the pass, trying to get out of his own zone. Makes it to center ice. Gets pinched against the boards. Wait, Riley picks it up again. No, loses it again. And now
you gotta have to avoid that temptation to chase.
Yeah, you definitely do. Oh, whoa! Picks off.
He had a chance there at a break and had to spin back. That was
all right.
Line change here, right? See how the players retired?
Yes. Meter holds onto the puck, then lets it out, and this is a potential breakaway. Travis skating against Hope here. Oh, great save!
Big save!
Absolutely massive save.
That was an FU Freddie moment right there.
It sure was. And now look at this, though. Meter again breaking away. Scores!
Oh!
And it is all over, ladies and gentlemen. What a game by both teams. The 3-on-3, the open ice makes a difference in overtime. That floater doesn't look like Anderson saw it at all. Let's take a look at it on the replay. Yeah, he was screened by it. Didn't really see it.
A giant Bruin backside in his face. He didn't see anything there.
Didn't see anything there.
A little spin move coming in on the attack before the pass back up. Beautiful move by Mader. Yeah. I mean, all these stats you see on the screen, none of them mean nothing except for that top line. It was a 2-1 game.
Yep.
And it was entertaining. I had a fantastic time.
I did as well. Thank you for calling it with me. I greatly appreciate it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We're going to try to...
competitors in for a talk.
Yeah, we're gonna bring Meter in here in a moment. So let's see what we got here. Let's bring up the screen. See where we're at.
So in both games that you got the pleasure of watching this evening, folks, you get to see stuff go right down to the wire. The game seemed to flip-flop back and forth either way, and in both cases end in dramatic fashion. You don't get anything better than that. That was just fantastic. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And as we wait for Mader to join in here, I'm interested to hear his thoughts on how he thought the game goes, especially on that late goal. I can't wait to hear what his thoughts are on that.
Yeah, and we're going to try to get Darth Travis in here as well. I'm going to try to make that happen. But we are now joined by the brand new Evolve Sports Live Hockey Division champion. How does that sound, Meter?
That sounds amazing. I literally jumped out of my seat as rubber ripped nylon.
Yeah, most definitely. What a game. I mean, talk us through this here. As the game started and you were heavily in control in the first period, but unfortunately unable to have that reflect on the scoreboard. I mean, were you looking at it as, I'm just going to keep the pressure up, or was it, man, I'm doing everything and nothing is working here? Like, what was going through your mind after that first period?
I mean, a little bit of both. The first period it felt great. We did our game plan. You can't win a game if you don't have any shots on goal. So keeping them to 0 shots on goal throughout the first was on par with the best we could possibly do. I like to play a defensive game, and we executed. There's a reason he was #1 seed. It's because he is really, really good at this game. And if you give him any opportunity to take a wide open shot, it's going to go in the net. So my goal was to not let him take any shots.
Well,
yeah, we were watching the back and forth, and through the first period, even though the stats seemed to show it being heavily all in your control, it didn't feel like that for us when we were watching it. It felt much more back and forth. We didn't even notice that Travis didn't get a shot in the first period because it seemed like there was just a really good flow between both sides. Did you realize that there hadn't been any shots yet, or were you just focused on putting as much down on his end of the ice as you possibly could?
I was aware it was definitely less than 2. I honestly didn't realize it was 0 until the stats popped up, but it didn't surprise me either because all of the any shots that he did get when he got in went wide of the net, so they were just trying to like dump it in or get low shots, hoping for a rebound. So we did a really good job of just keeping them pushed back and out of the zone as much as possible. Hold that blue line.
Yeah, and it definitely paid off. Like again, we were calling the game and talking about it, and then when the stats came up, we both kind of went, "Wow!" Like because the game looked closer than what the stats were revealing, but then it seemed as though in the second period, Travis changed and made some adjustments. You had talked about in the promo that your strength is your ability to adapt, and it looks as though Travis took a page out of your book and tried to make some adjustments and tried to come back. But I mean, he was in that game. You guys both played an amazing game, but I mean, despite what the stats show, he was in that game that entire game. Like, I mean, like hats off to both of you. You played a hell of a championship game.
I mean, his goalie stood on his head for sure. And he did a good job keeping me to the outside, not giving me a lot up the middle. He clogged up the middle really well. So I was able to get a lot of shots and possess the puck, but I wasn't able to do anything with it. So he played to my weaknesses very, very well, and made it very difficult for me to put anything in the net.
I called that as well, that he was able to keep you to the outside a little bit. I did notice that speaking of the whole changing of your ability to adapt to the game, I noticed that you adapted to that a little bit in overtime, and with the extra amount of ice, kind of baited him into chasing you a little bit more, so that you could get more open ice. And he took that bait and allowed you to get a little bit more room to operate than maybe you had in the other periods of the game.
Yeah, that was definitely the entire game plan. I saw it throughout the game that I could, if I was able to hold on to the puck, I was able to pull two guys off to the side. So I was hoping that would remain the same when there was a lot of ice to skate in. And I had a couple of missed opportunities where there were wide open passes, wide open shots that I didn't see until it was too late. But all it took was one to be able to get in there, get a guy screening, see the screen, and just rip it on net and hope Freddie couldn't react.
Yeah, that screen made a huge difference because as we watched the replay from a couple of different angles, like it blocked the entire front of the net. So even if it wouldn't have been a screen, it could easily at the same time could have been a deflection. Like that was set up absolutely perfect. But we had talked about it going into overtime about how the 3-on-3 left an awful lot of ice available, and it leads to those stretch passes. If you can get past the defense, you can get your shot in there. So, I mean, hats off to you. I mean, you are now not only the season 2 TPCHL champion, but now you've brought those winning ways into Evolve Sports Live as well. And you are now the first ever, not only the first ever hockey division champion, you're the first ever Evolve Sports champion that we've crowned. So congratulations on that. I just see here we have an opportunity, hopefully, to get Darth Travis in with us as well. He's trying to negotiate whether or not he can get connected via his phone, and we'd love to talk to him. So if we can get him in here, we will do that. But again, Meader, I mean, we talked about it, how you're a defensive-based player where you win games 1-0, 2-1. You don't need to be flashy and score 5, 6, 7 goals because you're so good defensively that it's an uphill battle for your opponent throughout most of the game. And I mean, and that shined through again tonight. I mean, to just touch on that, but I want to go back to one thing earlier though. That goal with 8 seconds left by Toronto. I mean, what was going through your mind when he was able to catch you with that?
And Mater, be honest, we all saw the results of the game. But when that water bottle went up in the air in the game, did your water bottle go up in the air in real life?
It didn't. I was really excited for Travis because he definitely fought really hard and he earned that goal. Nothing was given here tonight. It was earned. And I think that that made me just really happy to see him score there, to know, okay, this is going into overtime and this is great for everybody watching. And I get to play a little bit longer. But it was also super nerve-wracking But I think that Travis definitely earned that goal. There was no anger to be had, no frustration, because he made me chase. He pushed all my guys to the left side of the ice, and then just took a wide open shot, and it was exceptional. I tried to hold him from shooting all game, and that's why.
I wish you two could have seen or heard the reaction out of both Langell and myself in that moment. Travis, welcome to the conversation. We're just talking about your amazing goal to force this game to go to overtime. And as you took that shot and it popped the water bottle and everything, Langell and I both just screaming, just a joyous moment. How did it feel for you, Travis?
Put myself on mute because people use hybrid controls, so I clicked the buttons hard.
You pushed them extra hard.
Hear me scream. I scored. I just couldn't believe it, 'cause you guys seen what the shots were. He owned the game. I even discussed in the first period, I knew he shot me, and I think that's first for me to never get a shot on goal in a period. So it was definitely, I definitely was, whoa, can't believe it. Trying to unmute myself so Meader could hear my excitement.
Yeah, no, I mean, we joked about it on commentary that if you watch the UFC, they have a desk cam that's on Joe Rogan, John Anik, and Daniel Cormier for huge moments like that. And they'll flash to that camera on the replay. And I'm like, that's something we're adding to Evolve Sports Live right now, because the way Monkey and I both reacted to that goal, I mean, it would have been something to be able to throw that back up on replay, because it was super exciting. So, you know, I mean, I know, Travis, you weren't here at the beginning of the chat. I don't know if you caught it on the stream or not, but you played a hell of a game. And I even mentioned it on commentary that in the event that the game didn't turn out in your favor tonight, that there are multiple title opportunities for you in your future, and you played a hell of a game. You both did. You guys both played a hell of a game tonight. I mean, the game went to overtime. You can't ask for anything closer than that.
Oh, I 100% agree. It's an epic matchup with me and Meader play against each other, and like stats just to what that was. I mean, to me, and I'm sure he feels the same way, it was a very game, and it showed on the scoreboard in the final.
Yeah, I mean,
That's one of the
close.
things I said to Langell at the end as well, is that all the stats on that screen meant absolutely nothing. The real tale of that game was simply the 2-1, showing how close it was. The rest of the stats completely meaningless, really, in the long run.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely one for the ages, that's for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. So, I guess the question now is, Meader, as league champion, I mean, you have gone division champion, you've gone from the hunter to the hunted. So, I mean, do you have anybody in mind that you're thinking, that's who I want to put the title up against first? Or are you going to wait and see where the rankings go and see what comes your way?
I mean, I'm not hiding. Find me.
All right. You guys heard it. Meader is not, he's not backing down. If someone wants a shot at that title, we'll look at the stats, we'll look at the rankings, we'll look at the standings and find out where we are. Oh, sorry, Monkey. Was there something you wanted to say there, sir?
No, so I just had to clear my throat. I'm sorry.
Right.
I didn't want to interrupt.
I think, for the next clash, somebody should jump on facing, because I guarantee you, we both said our thumbs were hurting after that game, so now is the time to try to take them on. It won't be me this time because I need my thumbs, but somebody needs to jump on there and take them on.
Well, I'm sure we'll have announcements in the next few days. That next episode of Clash is coming up 2 weeks from tonight. So let's take a look at the old calendar here and look at it. That would be, July the 12th will be our next episode of Clash. So
my anniversary.
there you go. So
Maybe I should play them.
Maybe you should play, but yeah, no, it's going to be super exciting. We know that the football matchup between Monkeywork and Shane's Gaming that was supposed to happen tonight will hopefully take place on Clash 4, which is July 12th. But again, we now have a champion, which means there are now going to be title opportunities. And I want to thank you both for an amazing game. Hats off to Travis. You played a hell of a game. Congratulations to Meader, winning the game in overtime and becoming the first ever champion. What a night here on Clash, guys. I mean, I did commentary in the first game with Meader. I did commentary in the second game with Monkey. So everybody's kind of in this party together. And what a fantastic night overall. And I hope that everyone who watched the show enjoyed the broadcast, because the talent we had playing tonight, I mean, that's what you're going to see when you tune in to watch Clash here on Twitch. You're going to see great games like that. Both games were 1-goal games. They were super exciting from beginning to end. And I'm just really happy with the way this whole thing turned out. Like, the whole broadcast was just what a great night for Evolve Sports Live.
Couldn't agree more. It was amazing. If you're in chat, give the GGs for everybody who was involved. All the participants tonight, I guess I'm concluding myself in there as well, but did an amazing job. Langell, GG to you as well, because regardless of the game, you ran this entire thing with even the hiccups that we threw it at with 5 minutes to go before airtime. So GG to everybody. This was a fantastic edition of Evolve Sports Clash. I think only more great things can come. And I'm really excited to see how we have a hockey division champion now. I'm interested to see how the other divisions go and what other divisions may come up as more sports get added in. Just a fantastic evening all the way around. Thank you very much for putting this on.
No problem at all. I mean, the way I look at it is I can build graphics and I can put a stream up, but if I don't have talent playing, then it kind of goes to the wayside, right? So I mean, I look at it as the talent that is involved with this organization is the true backbone of it, the community itself, and I'm just happy to be able to provide this opportunity. But no, it has been an amazing night. It's just about 8:30 local time, so 7:30 Eastern. So I think it's about time for us to wrap it up. But before we go, either Meader or Travis, is there anything else that you want to talk about tonight before we sign off?
Champ, you go first.
Thank you, management, Langell, Slangell. Thank you to broadcast, and of course, thank you, Travis, for a great game. And I'll be here waiting for whoever wants to try and take this title from me.
All right, sounds good. And yourself, Travis?
Yeah, also to thank the team, always a great production crew. And also thank you, Meader, for the great game tonight. And you will see me again sometime down the road.
Definitely. One last thing I want to talk about while I have you both here is how great of a job you guys did on the opening promo. I fed you guys a couple questions. Just wanted you to talk about things, and everybody in chat lit up about that promo. So thank you so much for the work that you put into that. And
you did all.
I'll be interested. I'll be interested to see, what happens down the line, because that's what I want for our feature matchup is a promo like that to start the show. So, hats off to both of you guys. You did a fantastic job of that. Thank you for making my job so easy on that. And I look forward to not only seeing who you guys play next, but I'm also looking forward to see the next time you two play each other. So, Monkey, was there anything you had before we sign off?
No, I echo the comments everybody else has made. Want to give a quick, because we're not going to be back, I think, on the air before this. Happy Canada Day to everybody, and happy 4th of July to all of our American friends as well.
Yes, definitely.
I don't think we'll be back on the air before that happens, but hope everybody has a fantastic holiday and sees lots of fireworks and stays safe. And as far as the show goes, amazing job. Loved it. Can't wait for the next one.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You guys all have a great night. And anyone who's left in chat, thank you for tuning in. This has been Clash 3 as part of Evolve Sports Live. And we'll be back next Monday night with Evolve Sports Tonight. And then we're back in 2 weeks' time for Clash 4. And we'll have a complete rundown of what the card will be available on our Twitter account. And also, if you can join us on Guilded, all the information will be there as well. But on behalf of Monkeywork and Darth Travis and TheMeader1, the brand new Hockey Division champion, my name is Langell on Xbox. Thank you for joining us here on Clash, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.